Hi my friends, today I will tell you about ransomware. Ransomware definition. Ransomware is a form of malware that encrypts a victim's files. The attacker then demands the ransom from the victim to restore access to the data upon payment. Users are shown instructions from how to pay a fee to get the decryption key. The costs can range from a few $100s to thousands, payable to cyber criminals in victim. How ransomware works. There are a number of vectors ransomware can take to access a computer. One of the most common delivery systems is phishing spam, attachments that come to the victim in an email, masquerading as a file they should trust. While they are downloaded and opened, they can take over the victim's computer, especially if they have built in social engineering tools that trick users into allowing administrative access. Some other more aggressive forms of ransomware, like NotPetya, exploit security holes to infect computers without needing to trick users. There are several things the malware might do once it takes over the victim's computer, but by far the most common action is to encrypt some or all of the user's file. If you want the technical details, an InfoSec Institute has a great in-depth look at how several flavors of ransomware encrypt files. But the most important thing to know is that at the end of the process, the files cannot be decrypted without a mathematical key known only by the attacker. The user is presented with a message explaining that their files are now inaccessible and will only be decrypted if the victim sends an traceable victim payment to the attacker. Who is targeted from ransomware? There are several different ways attackers choose the organization they target with ransomware. Sometimes it's a matter of opportunity. For instance, attackers might target universities because they learn to have smaller security teams and a disparate user base that does a lot of file sharing, making it easier to pretend their defense. On the other hand, some organizations are tempting targets because they seem more likely to pay a ransom quickly. For instance, government agencies or medical facilities often need immediate access to their files. Law firms and other organizations with sensitive data may be willing to pay to keep news of the comparison quiet, and this organization may be and quickly sensitive to liquid attacks. But don't feel like you're safe if you don't fit these categories. As we noted, some ransomware spreads automatically and is indiscriminately across the internet. How to prevent ransomware? There are a number of defensive steps you can take to prevent ransomware infection. These steps are, of course, good security practices in general, so following them improves your defenses from all sorts of attacks. Keep your operating system patched and up to date to ensure you have fewer vulnerabilities to exploit. Don't install software or give it administrative privileges until you know exactly what it is and what it does. Install antivirus software, which detects malicious programs like ransomware as they arrive, and whitelisting software, which prevents unauthorized applications from executing in the first place. And of course, back up your files frequently and automatically. That won't stop a malware attack, but it can make the damage caused by one much less significant. Finally, ransomware removal. If your computer has been infected with ransomware, you will need to regain control of your machine. The important steps are two. Reboot Windows 10 to safe modes. Install anti-malware software. Scan the system to find the ransomware program. Restore the computer to a previous state. But here is the important thing to keep in mind. While walking through these steps can remove the malware from your computer and restore it to your control, it won't decrypt your files. The transformation into unreadability has already happened, and if the malware is at all sophisticated, it will be mathematically impossible for anyone to decrypt them without access to the key that the attacker holds. In fact, by removing the malware, you've precluded the possibility of restoring your files by paying the attacker the ransom they've asked for. That's all for the ransomware. Goodbye.